navigating this course is both pretty simple and takes a little getting used to. So log into Canvas, and on the main page, also on the syllabus page, or if you click on home, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to have a course syllabus, a course schedule, course projects, a Zoom link. And if you are in a big semester, so a regular semester, you'll have an in-person class sign up. If you're taking this in the summer or during the January term, you probably will be doing it all online. So that one might not be there. Anyways, course syllabus, links to the course syllabus, obviously. And the course schedule is going to link out to the main way you will navigate this course and the main way this course is organized. So again, don't pay attention to any dates or point totals or information in terms of due dates, but just the general structures. I took this from a previous course. Okay, so my email is right here. So if you need to get in touch with me, you know from that first slide, that's where you can find my email. So week 1, or if you're taking this in the summer or in the January term, this might be day 1. So each class period has its own slide. And each one kind of shows what we're going to do for that week. So you'll notice in week 1, there's a before class. Read the syllabus and read this article written by one of your former or someone who took the course previously, who wrote an article about the experience of taking the course. Okay, and there's in class. These are the things we are planning on doing in class. All right, so the first week, it's going to be a lot of going over the syllabus, expectations, etc., and also forming your groups. And then what's due for that week. So by Friday of that week, again, this is for a regular semester, due by Friday. If you're taking this in the summer or in the January term, this might be due the same day. Okay, so buckle up if you're part of that. So then due by Friday or due the same day by 8 p.m., you're going to have some things to do. You might need to write an article, and then due by maybe the next morning if you're doing it in a short semester, or due a few days later, then you're going to have a reading to do, and then you're going to create a slide and put it on this slide deck. So you'll do the reading, you'll think about, what you thought about the reading, not summarizing the reading, but what you thought about the reading, having a take, and then you post it. So if we go to the next week or the next day, if you're doing this in a shortened version, then before class, you're going to review the article, which is linked right there, so you can get to all the readings. There's no textbook required. All the readings are just linked out, and then you can view the slide deck. In class, we will talk about the readings, and we'll also do some project work this second week. You notice up here, you see this is the time we start, and this is when we end. And you notice we're ending a little earlier than we did that first week. So officially, we meet for 3 hours every time we meet in person or every time we meet online. But some weeks, we don't need all that time, so you'll be able to notice up here. We might go over this a little bit, or we might go under it a little bit. It depends on how things are going. Also in the upper right-hand corner, you will see the Zoom link. So if you just have this open in your browser and you open up, you should be able to click on that Zoom link and join class if you're joining online. Also, once the week is over, I will post the recording for that week in this corner. So if you missed class, then you lose 100 points. But you can gain 50 points back if you watch the recording and write up sort of a paper about class. Because being in class is extremely important. Okay, and then this just keeps going. So you've got the before class, you've got what we're doing in class, and then what to do. So in this week, you've got a LinkedIn article you need to write, and then you have a project you're finishing and submitting, and then you have a reading to do and a slide to create. So this is how you navigate the semester, all the way up until the very last week. Class doesn't meet on the last slide. It'll tell you when everything is due by. You'll also notice that some things like projects, individual projects, are due before class ends. That way, if you submit it and it's not good enough, you'll get 0 on it, but you have time to resubmit. If you submit everything at the end and not much of it is good enough, you'll get 0 on everything and you won't have any time to work on those projects again. Okay, that's sort of how the semester will go in terms of pacing and where to find your information. So if you have this course schedule saved in your browser, you can always get to the syllabus. You can always get to the project slides. You can get to whatever you need to get to just from the course schedule deck. Week recording. So if you wanted to go back to something we talked about in class, you can also find that in the recording.